wrong, doesn't it? Today we are taking a trip to the beautiful historic city of York in England. It has been years since I visited York, but I do remember that autumn is one of the best possible times you can visit. If you've been on my channel for a while, then you'll know that I find history absolutely fascinating. So York, being this beautiful walled city with a history of Vikings and witches and surprisingly chocolate, is especially interesting to me. And I'm also really excited because this York video is in collaboration with Level8, which is a super stylish, super high quality luggage brand. I travel a lot and this is the most perfect collaboration for me. So let's take a look at these suitcases together and then we're gonna pack them and then we're gonna head off to York. So there's one thing I noticed straight away about the delivery of these beautiful cases, and that was the fact that they came in dust bags. And this is the first time in my entire life that I have received suitcases in dust bags. I feel so fancy. So I have two suitcases here, and the one that I am especially excited about is definitely the check-in, mostly because of the way it looks and its design. I find it quite unique and also really beautiful. But the one I have already used and I know that I will 100% get a ton of use out of is this Roadrunner carry-on in black with laptop pocket. I have been doing my master's at university and sometimes I have to carry a lot of books, a laptop and a lot of books, especially recently just because I have a lot of reading, and I've actually taken this to university with me. This is what I use to bring all my books back to the library. So these are the Level8 cases we will be packing today. We've got the Roadrunner carry-on in black with laptop pocket, and we have the Voyager trunk style suitcase in yellow. This one is really, really interesting because at the front it looks like quite a slimline suitcase, but do not be fooled. It actually has a lot of depth because of its trunk style design. So the very first thing I noticed about these, aside from this beautiful color, is that the wheels are very, very smooth and agile. The Roadrunner has a really sturdy handle, and it also has this handle at the top and this handle on the side. So I was about to say I'm going to pack this Voyager first, because I feel like that's where all your big clothes go, you know, your coats and everything else. And Mr. Socks decided that it was his time to shine. So what I love about this suitcase the most is the laptop pocket. As you can see, either side there is this Velcro strap, which means that you can open it up like this, or you can undo the straps and you can lay it flat. And I think this design is so convenient to get into all your stuff. I'm going to be sticking my laptop right here. As you can see, it's adorned with stickers, and it is a perfect fit. And just so you know, if you have a really wide laptop like I do, this is the biggest MacBook Pro that Apple do, and at first I was really worried thinking that this will not fit, but actually this thing stretches, so you can really secure it down and it's not going to move around too much. This compartment here is supposed to be for a tablet. However, I'm not going to put a tablet in there. I'm going to put the Switch in there because yes, I still play Animal Crossing. It relaxes me a lot. So my Switch will go in here. I have this book that I'm currently reading. It's called Japan Sinks by Saikyo Komatsu. There is also a Netflix anime called Japan Sinks, and it is based on this book, but I'm actually reading this for my master's course, so I have to take this with me absolutely everywhere. As you can see, it's full of notes.
That fits so well, Socky's run away.
Okay, final two compartments in the front part of the suitcase. This side, I'm probably going to use it for the portable Wi-Fi, and then this side is going to be a portable charger. It's so convenient. So I'm going to put my coat in here. I'm trying to leave as much space as possible just because this is the suitcase that is going to contain the souvenirs. I feel like my love language is gift giving, so whenever I appreciate somebody, I want to bring them a gift. So I always like to have a spare compartment in my suitcase. I did get something else from Level8, and it is these packing cubes. They help you organize your suitcases so much better. There's a little Velcro on here that has shoes on it, clothes on it, makeup, tech, but something that I absolutely love is that these peel off and you can replace them. So if you don't want this to be a makeup bag and you want it to be skincare instead, then you can just stick on a different Velcro. and I think you've got all the cables in your bag, haven't you?
Yep.
So a couple of facts about the suitcase that I think are really, really important. Number one, it is water resistant, and I know so because when I was taking my books to the library at the university, it was raining, so this got wet, and none of the books inside the suitcase got wet. They were nice and safe. Second of all, this suitcase is made from bare macrolon, which is a very, very durable material with a bit of flex to it, and this is what protects all your tech inside the suitcase. Now onto this beautiful suitcase, and this is the first time I have a suitcase that is this bright, but there are a couple of reasons why I chose this yellow. The first reason being is that if I were to lose this at an airport, I feel like this would be so much easier to describe because this stands out. And secondly, it's because I think this color scheme kind of reminds me of cyberpunk. It just looks very modern to me. This suitcase also has 4 handles. It has this really wide handle at the back, which is insanely sturdy. It's very, very comfortable. Then it has this handle at the top, this handle at the front, and a handle on the side. And on the opposite sides of the handles, you have feet. So I feel like this makes it really convenient for moving it around, and also really convenient for getting it off the conveyor belt at the airport. So let's open this up and pack it. This suitcase has compression compartments on either side, which I think is amazing for keeping your stuff really, really secure. And then we have this waterproof compartment, and if we open this up, there is a shoe separation. I was gonna put my shoes in here, but instead I'm gonna put John's trainers in there because these are size 13 and this seems like a reasonable space for them. So let's see if they fit. They do. They actually fit really, really well. I'm going to be taking my bubble wellies. I take these with me absolutely everywhere. I wore them a lot in Scotland, especially in the Highlands where it was really, really muddy and it was raining a lot. I want to be prepared for every possible situation in York, so I am going to put them in the shoe bag. I'm just going to quickly pack this up and get back to you in just a moment. I think we are done. So these are all packed. I'm really excited. Let's go to York. Pumpkin tea, this is what I want. Something I love about York so much is as you walk down the streets, you can get a lot of samples. Right now we're getting a spiced pumpkin and marshmallow black tea. So cute. Everything is very beautiful and autumnal. Cheers. It smells like autumn. Ooh, should we go in? Because I actually do want to buy some tea. So we just realized that this is also a cafe. I've tried making it myself at home, but it's never as nice as when somebody else does it. Looks very smooth. We're going to be so awake after this. I feel like it needs a little wagashi on the side. Then that would be perfect, right, babe? It would be so good. But no, this is nice. I think if you're looking for proper matcha, this is the place to get it. That was really, really nice. I love these cups, they're really beautiful. So now I'm gonna pick out some teas to take back home. I remember every time we used to come here with my family, we would pop into Hebden Tea, and the reason we'd go in here is because they always have teas outside that you can try, and that kind of lures you into the shop. They do a very good job of that, but once you're inside, the selection of teas is incredible. It's a good place to get presents. I've just smelled the most incredible tea in the world, and it was the creamy pistachio. I am buying one of these. It is incredible. It smells like an amaretti biscuit. I think I'm gonna get this one for my mum. So it's something to keep in mind if you're coming to York. Be prepared to queue absolutely everywhere, especially around the Shambles area. The shops on the Shambles are very, very small, so they can only let in a few people at a time. And they're also really popular because they're unique and they're pretty and they look really historic. There's a certain atmosphere about them. So be prepared to queue and set off really, really early. If you do want to beat the queues, get there before opening time and just start walking around. Plus, if you do that, you'll get the best view of the Shambles. At the moment, the Shambles is absolutely packed. But we're going to try and check out the Shambles Market, which is just over there. What kind of beverages? Oh, thank you so much. Cheers. So John said that this tastes like a liquid Werther's original, the sauce on top at least. I'm wondering if it's going to taste like the Universal Studios Japan butterbeer that we had. It does. It tastes like a sugar-free version of that, like a USJ butterbeer, but without sugar and with artificial sweetener instead. Yeah, it tastes like it's not real sugar. I have just realized that this is a macaroni straw. Whitmer-Watmergate. It sounds kind of wrong, doesn't it? Whitmer-Watmergate, which is a mouthful, is a very short street in York, and it is said to be one of the shortest streets in England, but it has a ridiculously long name. So York being the historic city that it is, it has a lot of pubs, with the two most famous pubs being the Guy Fawkes Inn and the Golden Fleece. The Guy Fawkes Inn is said to be the birthplace of Guy Fawkes, and the Golden Fleece is allegedly one of the most haunted pubs in the UK. So around York you may see a lot of confectionery and chocolate shops, and that's because York's main industry used to be chocolate. Some of the biggest British brands of chocolate were started in York, including Terry's, the famous Christmas chocolate orange, and also Rowntree's. By the end of the 19th century, the #1 industry in York was the railways, and the second was the confectionery. So while other British cities focused on things like ironworks or wool, York focused on confectionery, and it can still be seen to this day. So because of this, it doesn't feel right to visit York and not get chocolate. So we're getting this one. We're heading to our hotel now because we're going to get a very early start tomorrow morning. So I'm going to say bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you next time. So these are the Level 8 suitcases we are going to be packing. I think Mr. Socks wants to be in this video too. John is helping me film and Socks is feeling very left out.